Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and a very cool weather shot from this afternoon. This up at Coles Corner, and you can see clouds forming because of evaporation and then just disappearing into the atmosphere, and a very cool shot from the mountains high above Coles Corner up in north of Leavenworth. And we saw plenty of clouds and plenty of shower activity out there today. And folks, we're not done yet as we move through Tuesday night and into our midweek Wednesday. Yeah, more widespread showers, maybe even some isolated thunderstorms in our Wednesday forecast. We are seeing some colder air mixing with warm air, and that could produce some lightning, some heavy downpours of rain, and maybe even some localized flooding because, boy, since Sunday, we are pretty saturated out there all across north central Washington. So we will talk much more about your Wednesday weather forecast and beyond coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Governor Jay Inslee was in Kashmir yesterday and took time out to talk to NCWLIFE News about economics and the perils of running for president. Closed home sales in the Wenatchee market are down by 7% compared to last year, and active listings are down by a whopping 33%. NCWD has become the latest public utility in Washington to officially oppose the removal of the 4 Snake River dams. But first, we begin tonight. Governor Jay Inslee helped cut the ribbon Monday on a major new business park in Kashmir. NCWLIFE reporter Jefferson Robbins touched base with the governor about Washington economics and the perils of running for president.
You can't be a presidential candidate or even governor of Washington without politics following you around. When Jay Inslee cut the ribbon Monday for the new Kashmir Mill Business Park, supporters of Republican challenger Lauren Culp lined up to make their thoughts known. The business park is home to Blue Spirits Distillers and Hearst International, which plans to manufacture up to 15 million produce labels a day. The governor said agriculture and innovation go hand in hand to drive the state's economic growth.
We're at a facility that makes labeling for Washington apples and produce, and makes spirits out of, I'm assuming, Washington agricultural products.
Yeah.
What does that say to you about the importance of agriculture to the Washington state economy?
Well, you know, agriculture is just such the heartbeat of the economy of the state of Washington, always has been, always will be. But what is most exciting to me is the merging of technology with agriculture. We know we've got the best topsoil, we got the best water, we got great sun, we got tremendous hardworking people to harvest our crops. But now we're marrying it with high-tech, new technology. So this technology can print 15 million labels a day using these new systems of printing. And that's just exciting to me, and we're seeing this throughout the ag industry of the use of high-tech. So ag now is a high-tech industry, and it's one of the reasons we will always be on top. Washington does well because we are high on the value chain. So our agricultural products are almost always at the high end of the value spectrum. That's where we want to be. So I'm very excited. This is a beautiful facility. The leadership that's been involved in the community has been great. I'm glad that the state could help. The Department of Ecology actually put in millions of dollars to make this possible. So when you have your Department of Ecology help job creation, that's a great thing.
So, sir, you just finished your presidential campaign, which is a whole different animal. What kind of lessons do you think you learned that you can bring back here and apply to governing the state of Washington?
Well, I think when you travel the country as much as I did during the presidential race, you learned that there is no place like home. Washington is the #1 state in so many reasons, and it is true. I mean, it makes me, love the state more when you see what we've got here. We have something so special in Washington. We have the #1 economy. It's been named the best place to do business. It's been named the best place to work. We have recreation that's unbelievable in Chelan and Douglas County, and now we got a high-tech and a high spirits. Washington's a great state.
One lesson you've learned that you would pass on to somebody else thinking about running for president?
Don't run if there are 24 other candidates that have more name ID than you do. No, I mean, we felt good about the run. It was a good thing. We advanced the climate change message, and I think good things came of it. And now I'm running for governor again. I'm looking forward to that.
Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
In other news, closed home sales are down by 7% compared to last year. Active listings are down by a whopping 33% over the same period in August 2018 and down 31% from July of 2019. That's the latest report from Pacific Appraisal Associates in Wenatchee, which also showed the median sales price of a home in the Wenatchee market went up once again, this time up 6% compared to last year to $345,000. Total home sales in August of this year was 95 compared to 98 in August of 2018. The average sales price of a home is also up 5% compared to last year at $371,860. The Wenatchee market consists of Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, Malaga, Orondo, and Rock Island. Chelan PUD has become the latest public utility in Washington to officially oppose the removal of the 4 Snake River dams. PUD commissioners Monday were unanimous in their opposition. This year, the state legislature approved spending $750,000 to study the effects on Washington if the dams were removed. Governor Jay Inslee had sought the study as part of a plan to aid the dwindling population of orca whales. PUD Commissioner Randy Smith said removing the dams would likely have negative impacts for north central Washington.
There's a minor direct impact. I think we actually maybe got a preview of that this spring when there was a price spike because of the lack of firm power available. Removal of those dams could have an impact on us in ways that we have yet to even understand. And so my whole premise of this is to explain to our constituents, our customer owners, why I support the maintenance of our hydro system here on the Columbia River system and what it means to the people of Chelan County.
Coming up next, a bus driver shortage in the Wenatchee School District has mechanics, office workers, and even the head of the transportation department taking the wheel at times. After being delayed by yet another mudslide last week, a contractor on Monday began cleaning up the mess left behind by Slide Ridge. And it's a lesson in forest stewardship, and it's called Team Naturaliziza. We will tell you about it coming up. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator.
Make plans to attend the August 30th grand opening of the all-new Goodwill on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick.
Some jobs are a calling. They call on something higher, something deeper, and a commitment to country that never dies. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support local veterans. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select veterans organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Veterans Affinity debit card.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Welcome back. In another news, a bus driver shortage in the Wenatchee School District has mechanics, office workers, and even the head of the transportation department taking the wheel at times. District Transportation Director Jennifer Lagadino says the district will be placing buses with drivers wanted signs on them throughout the city as it looks to fill substitute driver positions. The district also said unless they get the jobs filled, it could mean fewer routes and more crowded buses. Bus driver shortages are a problem nationwide with low unemployment numbers. Drivers in Wenatchee make $19.75 an hour. Eastmont Transportation Director Troy Lewis said things across the river aren't quite as dire, but there still are positions that need to be filled. Well, after being delayed by yet another mudslide last week, a contractor on Monday began cleaning up the mess left behind by Slide Ridge off Lake Chelan South Lake Shore Road. Bachelor Excavating of Manson last week was set to begin hauling away about 8,500 cubic yards of debris from a July slide when on Tuesday more debris came pouring down. The road was closed for 2 days as county crews cleaned up. It was one of several problems encountered by the county after late summer rainstorms, including 2 sinkholes in the Birch Mountain Road area. Those have since been repaired. In addition, county crews this week have been repairing washouts on several roads, including Eniat River Road. Well, it's a lesson in forest stewardship, and it's called Naturaliza. Team Naturaliza is a collaborative made up of the U.S. Forest Service, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Bureau of Land Management, the Chelan Douglas Land Trust, the Wenatchee River Institute, Confluence Health, Wenatchee Valley Community College, and the Wenatchee School District. Team Naturaliza works to encourage people with an emphasis on the Latino community to venture into their local forest. The goal is to encourage people to come back to these places on their own along with their family members and learn to practice leave no trace and better understand the complexities and interrelated components of a forest. On Monday, the team hiked the Icicle Gorge Nature Loop Trail, which is located about 16 miles west of Leavenworth. This wasn't Team Naturaliza's first outing into the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Weeks earlier, they explored Silver Falls Trail in the Eniat Ranger District, and during the winter, they snowshoed near Mission Ridge. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Are you like many who are lacking in their retirement plan but are skeptical to talk to an advisor? Are you concerned about where you should put your money or who to trust? At Solomon Financial, we are more about the people we serve than policies or products. We are a fee-based fiduciary with the mission of giving you the peace of mind so you can live the retirement of your dreams. If you have any of these questions or concerns, we'd welcome you to come see us.
When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, make sure you stop by Sangster Motors. They're your locally owned and operated Buick and GMC dealer offering 4 acres of new and quality used inventory. Their philosophy is simple. They offer you the best product at a competitive price, all with impeccable service. Stop in today, have some popcorn or coffee at Gear Up Java, let the kids play, and talk with one of the Sangsters about your next vehicle. You'll find them on the corner of 9th and Miller in Wenatchee or online at sangstermotors.com. Caring about your family is what brings you back to theirs.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, kids of all ages flocked to Fancher Heights last Saturday to learn more about the great outdoors. NCWLIFE Sports Director Eric Granstrom was there and has more.
The NCW Gun Club on Saturday afternoon, the location for the 2019
NCW Youth Hunting and Fishing Day, put on by the Wenatchee Sportsmen's Association, and they wanted to be sure and thank the Gun Club for hosting their event once again this year. It doesn't happen without the support of all of those who were here for the booths, including the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Chelan PUD, you had Trout Unlimited, Ducks Unlimited, and many, many more to make sure they had a good time and some education in the process.
This is a porcupine. See how it has a long neck?
So that's what the print looks like when it goes on the ground.
Well, our project aims to restore watershed systems where we're looking at places that beaver used to be inhabiting, but they may be absent now. And what we're trying to do is live trap beaver, maybe nuisance beaver that landowners have on their property. And we live trap them, we take them out, we put them in the hatchery that we have set up with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And we try and get family groups together so that we can release multiple beavers in one place at the same time.
Talk about why the Wenatchee Sportsmen's Association is involved in an event like this.
Well, it's really one of the things that we're trying to do as a club is to get youth interested in the outdoors, for one thing. Go get outside, do things, exercise, and see this beautiful country that we have around here. And a lot of the things that we do here have to do with conservation and how to take care of the you know, our wildlife, our fish and wildlife that we have here. And so we really enjoy putting this event on because we want kids to enjoy the outdoors, and especially in this beautiful place we have called North Central Washington.
It's about education, it's about environment, and it's about fun, and it's about kids. It's the Youth Hunting and Fishing Day at the NCW Gun Club put on by the Wenatchee Sportsmen's Association. Here in East Wenatchee, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life channel.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, a beautiful shot outside our weather window this afternoon from our Badger Mountain Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see the Columbia River and the Wenatchee Valley. Of course, a little bit of low-hanging clouds and just a lot of clouds out there in general with some pretty good rain showers today as well. The rain began late this morning into our noon hour. Boy, we had some heavy downpours in the Wenatchee Valley around noon or so, and then just off and on showers for most of us this afternoon. But this was our situation. 59 unofficially is all we got to for our high temperature today, well below where we should be for this time of year at 76. We were pretty chilly this morning too. I'm sure you felt it as you made your way outside this morning at 48 degrees. 52 is our normal low temperature. 93 record high back in 1981, record low 39, and that was set back in 1965. This 2/100ths of an inch of precip, that was before midnight last night. That gets our total to 5.16, so I will have a total from today's rain amounts by the time we talk again tomorrow night for the NCW Life Evening News. Sunrise this morning, 6:41, and the sun will set tonight at 7:09. As far as your Wednesday goes, into our Hump Day Wednesday, midweek, things will warm up somewhat. That's nice, but we could see some scattered showers and maybe even thunderstorms tomorrow. 68 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 66 in Quincy, 61 Ellensburg, 64 degrees right here in the Wenatchee Valley. A little cooler then as we get some elevation, 56 up at Lake Wenatchee, 63 your high temperature tomorrow in Chelan. Let's take a look at that surface loop now, and you can see all the activity right in Washington State and most of Oregon, all around this area of low pressure. This will continue to slide inland and then break up as we make our way through tonight, but then another round of storminess will follow it, coming down a big ridge of high pressure that's right along the coastline of British Columbia, and then storm systems will ride right down the backside of that high, and we have a good chance for showers tomorrow, maybe even some thunder and lightning. Keep that in mind for Wednesday, and then things will stabilize a little bit as we get into our Thursday. There's that big area of high pressure, clockwise rotation around that, so that should keep everything pretty much off to our east as storm systems do move in. Our ridge begins to flatten a little bit on Friday, but don't let it concern you. Friday should be an absolutely beautiful day. Mostly sunny skies, mild temperatures, highs back to where we should see them for this time of year, and that means middle 70. And then the important forecast for our upcoming weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny, seasonal temperatures, but here's our next round of moisture. This frontal boundary right here, it is a cold front, and it will swing into north central Washington and the Pacific Northwest as we get into Sunday. So expect mostly cloudy skies to end our weekend, and once again, a 40% chance for showers. I think a good chance that we'll see a little bit of scattered shower activity Sunday, and then by Monday, back to decent weather. Mostly cloudy skies, a few scattered clouds around Washington. It will be dry and it will be mild. So it looks like a pretty nice work week next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune 7-day forecast. Not quite as cool overnight tonight, but still a little chilly at 51 degrees. Still a 40% chance for a shower or a thunderstorm tomorrow, and 64. 69 your high temperatures we get into Thursday with sunshine, and then we get back into the 70s. Friday mostly sunny and 72, and we'll stay in the low to mid 70s Saturday through Monday with mostly sunny skies with a chance for showers on Sunday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
My first experience with CVCH, I had to come in with my daughter by myself with a cut in my hand that required stitches. And the care and compassion of CVCH was really significant, that they took the care and compassion and made me feel more as a human instead of just a patient there. The care they have for their community all around, inside and outside the clinic, is what I feel like is different. And that's what makes me want to come back to CVCH and recommend them to my friends and family.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. The Wenatchee Wild are off to a hot start this season, 3-0-1 after splitting with the Verdant Vipers over the last weekend at the Town Toyota Center. Friday, the Wild posted a 2-1 victory. Art Checker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Held in Overland. Overland will feather it off the right wing wall down low. Chmielewski has it in the corner in front. Shot! Score! Jack Bayless. Chmielewski and Overland will get the assists on it. Moves it ahead, but it gets turned over and then broken up and stolen back. Here comes Adams. Adams hops into his left. He shoots. He scores! Brian Adams driving down the left side. Nick Caffarelli was looking for a pass over on the right wing, but Adams found a lane he liked. Back the other way. Here's Sleeth for the Vipers. Forced wide by Bavaro. He's out in front. Shot and a save made by Chenard, but the rebound gets punched in. Picked up by Dorsey. Can't clear. Held in Taylor. Shot trickles just wide. Sleeth tries to roll it out in front. Save made. Intercepted by Chorsky. And the horn sounds, and that's the end. The opening night victory goes to the Wenatchee Wild as they improve to 3-0 on the season.
Well, then came Saturday with both teams trading leads back and forth. Again, Art Checker with the call as the game would go to a shootout to determine a winner.
Quinn Emerson stands in across from Elon Barlev-Wise. Chipped off the wall by Herzog. He's got help in front. He's in, backhanded across, shot, score! Quinn Emerson finishes it off. Herzog drove it down the left side, threw it in front. Went off of the pad of Palaga. Quinn Emerson was right there. Bayless scraps for it. Squirts loose. Connor Merritt across. Shot. Oh, and a score. A low worm burner, but Kowalski powered it home. And Sanderson advances in for the Vipers. He'll throw it out front. Right side. Shot. Save made. Chenard. Rebound. Back across. Backhander. Score. Rips a shot. Save made. Rebound cleared. Not out. Swung across for Bavaro. His shot. Blocked. Rebound. Score. Dorsey hits the brakes, snaps it across, and Bavaro plays it there, back to Dorsey, and we'll run out of time. as Dorsey was carving his way up the middle. But the O word will come into play. I get to use it. And for the first time this year, we're headed to overtime. Up top for Merritt, swung over for McDonald. McDonald shot, save made, rebound pushed into the near corner. And the Vipers have it, and the horn will sound. And this game will be decided by a shootout. So Cameron McDonald will be the first shooter. Here's a right-handed shot for the Vipers. Sprints up the middle, fake shot, and he scores. Matt Dorsey will get the call. Right-hander comes up the middle, cuts hard to his left. Comes in, dangle shot, save made Palaga. And now Connor Merritt will have an opportunity to try to give the Vipers a 2-0 lead in the shootout. He's a left-hander, cuts far to the far side. He's in, he shoots, and he scores. His wrister on the blocker side. So the Wild must score here. And Tyler Young will get the call. Tyler Young's got a nice bag of tricks. Let's see what he opts for here. Comes in, dangle shot, pad save made Palaga. And that's it. And the Vernon Vipers will take the win here in a shootout.
The Wild will continue their homestand this weekend with Trail coming into town on Friday and then Merritt on Saturday. Both games start at 7:05. NCW Life Channel will bring you our first volleyball game of the year tonight. The Wenatchee Panthers host the Sunnyside Grizzlies in a Big Nine match. We'll have that here. I'll be courtside for your play-by-play. Pregame begins at 6:45 from Wenatchee High School. We'll feature more volleyball coming up Thursday when Eastmont hosts Eisenhower. And then on Friday, it's back to the gridiron as Wenatchee hosts Mount Boucherie Secondary School out of British Columbia at Leibofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Coming up on the prep girls soccer schedule for today, Cashmere on the road at Ephrata. Cascade is at Sela, and Moses Lake hosts Mount Spokane. All those at 6. Then at 7, the Big Nine season starts for Wenatchee at Sunnyside, while Eastmont is hosting West Valley. On the volleyball courts tonight, Chelan's at Brewster. Manson hosts Pateras. Waterville Mansfield's on the road at Bridgeport. Cashmere is at Kittitas. All those at 6:30. Then at 7, as we mentioned, Wenatchee hosting Sunnyside live on the NCW Life Channel. Eastmont is on the road at West Valley. Well, Pete Carroll says he's very happy with his team's performance in Sunday's 28-26 win over Pittsburgh. He said it's important for what they want to accomplish later in the season to show the younger guys how to travel.
And it really helped us to go out there and get mentally right to play really hard throughout the game, really good focus and all, and take advantage of the opportunities enough to get a win. So I think it was really valuable for a lot of young guys on our team. We talk about how we do it, and you kind of begin with the preseason, but it's not the same making these major trips to go all the way across the country. And so I'm really pleased with what happened and how the guys took to it, and we've got a format for how we'll kick back into it when the time comes again.
Now, so far this season, the Seahawks have used a 3-linebacker look with Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, and Michael Kendricks. Coach Carroll really likes what he sees there and is excited for the future.
Really feel this honest as I can get with you guys. I feel like we're just getting started. I feel like we're just getting going on what we can do and how to count on these guys and how to utilize their strengths and there's individual strengths we really understand about KJ and Bobby. We've been together so long. Michael, we're learning, but it's more about how the flow between those guys and how we can play off each other and all of that. I think we're going to get better. I think we're going to improve, and we're going to know more, and we're going to be more accurate with our calls and the way we use guys and all that. So.
Seattle's preparing to host New Orleans Sunday at CenturyLink Field. The Mariners are in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates in the first of 3 games. As former Apple Sox Marco Gonzalez gets the start for Seattle. He's 15-11 with a 4.30 earned run average. He'll go up against Mitch Keller. Gonzalez, by the way, a .250 lifetime hitter as he will bat for the Mariners in this first of a 3-game set. On the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard from yesterday, only 1 game was played, with Kansas City getting a 2-run double in the top of the 9th to beat Oakland 6-5. There you see the wild card standings. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. Make sure you keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Coots. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.